Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Whitney Fung and I work with the University of Florida IFAS Extension Service and the Board of County Commissioners Indigent Healthcare Division. So we've been talking a lot about some really great tips, especially from my plate, from the dietary guidelines. That's a consumer message for anybody to have a healthy diet. So check out choosemyplate.gov if you haven't already. We are on the last tip of the 10 tips. We are on tip number 10, drink water instead of sugary drinks. And that's the reason why I have all those things right here in front of me. And so we want to encourage more water consumption because how many calories does it have? 0 calories. There's calorie free, and a lot of times, we can kind of consider it to be free, right? And so if it's tap water, if you want to boil it, it can kind of be free. But your other drinks, you're spending a lot of money buying drink after drink, and it could be pretty pricey if you have a big family. One thing is I personally hate buying soda at the restaurant because it's like $2.50, just for a drink when you could buy it at home or even the vending machine, because the $1, $2 that adds up and it counts on your calories. And so when I'm counting my calories, the drinks just sometimes it's not worth it for me. So water is kind of the best bet because it's 0 calories, and that's what we want to focus on. Drinking more water if you can. And so if you are buying your drinks, there's a lot of ways to be able to cut down on those sugary drinks. The majority of the sugar consumption that we consume is from those energy drinks, the sodas, so Gatorade or Monster if you drink those things, sweet tea, even that, any type of drinks, because we don't realize how many calories there really are. And you could be drinking, the whole half gallon if you're watching a movie or something like that. So, whatever drinks you like to drink, look at the sugar. Every 4 grams is a teaspoon of sugar. So if you think about a can of soda, you look at how many grams of sugar is in it, it's almost 10 teaspoons. And so if you spoon out 10 teaspoons of sugar, can you really imagine how much sugar you're consuming in 1 can of soda? And we don't always have that 1 can of soda. We have 20-ounce bottles, right? So that's almost double the amount of sugar. Or your 79 cents, 99 cents, I don't know how much Big Gulp at the gas station. And so all that is sugar. And so one way to cut back is perhaps if you buy a punch or a tea or something like that, you can water it down. If you like the fizzly carbonated drinks, try seltzer water, add some juice in it, add some herbs and fruit in it. Have you heard of fruit infused or herb infused water? Those are great. Adding limes, adding lemons, adding oranges, strawberries, mint. Those are always really good and still calorie free, and you might even have some vitamins in there as well. Juice. When you're buying juice, try to choose 100% fruit juice if you can. Because if it's 100%, you know that all that liquid comes from a real fruit. Of course, if you eat the real fruit, it's better because then you'll have the fiber. But if you drink juice, so if you give it to your kids, keep in mind there's a lot of sugar in that. There may or may not be added sugar. So if you're, Sunny D or Tampico or High C, things like that, it might not be from a real fruit, so it's really just sugar and water. And so one way to do it is just to add a little bit of water and maybe start weaning it off for your kids if possible. But if you can, do 100% fruit juice and then watching how much you consume, because that's calories and sugar. Other things, sweet tea. One little tip I like to use is do half and half. Unsweet tea, mixed with sweet tea. If you can't do half and half, some people just really can't. So you could do 70-30, 80-20, just start cutting down and you really get used to it. My worst sugar consumption is coffee. I am not going to cut out coffee because, I need coffee to get through the workday. But one thing I started doing is cutting on the sugar. So I used to use 3 packs of sugar, but now I use 2, and then slowly on my second pack, I leave some left over in the pack and I throw it away. And then you just start getting used to it. And then when I have my favorite candy bar, my Snicker bar, it's just too sweet sometimes. So you'll really get used to it, and so there's small steps, one at a time. We've gotten through each of these 10 tips of my plate, hoping that, we can start moving towards a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. We've talked a lot about the tips of eating healthier and just nutrition in general, so I hope that you will be able to go back on YouTube and watch all those 10 tips again. That's all we have today. It's the last tip. So the one thing that I do encourage you to do, again, as always, is to go on choosemyplate.gov, check out that website, read through the University of Florida EDIS articles, and then as always, contact us at the Extension office if you have any more questions. Keep following us along because we'll have some more episodes on Nutritionally Speaking. Thank you for your time.